Hi, I'm Harley. So I get asked a question a lot that I thought maybe I would address. So I get asked, what movie do I hate? Like, what's the movie that I can't stand? And honestly, there's a lot of movies that would fit that bill, but the one that always pops to mind immediately is the movie Straw Dogs. Not the original 70s version with Dustin Hoffman, but the remake they did in, let's see, I have notes, 2011. It has a bunch of people that you would recognize, a bunch of actors, and a lot of actors that I really, really like. Kate Bosworth, James Marsden, Alexander Skarsgård, Dominic Purcell, James Woods, Willa Holland, Walter Goggins. I mean, tons of faces that you would recognize. Um, and and the thing is, it's acted very well. My problem is not with the acting or the actors or that. It's that I don't like the story. The characters are so, no, I shouldn't generalize. The two main characters, the main couple, are so unrelatable to me. And that's what I find really annoying. Like I don't identify with them. I don't sympathize with them. There's just so many things that I don't like about them, that they have like really horrific stuff done to them. And I find myself just not caring. I mean, that probably sounds terrible, but the characters are just not likable, in my opinion. So the thing is, I saw this movie when it first came out because it won a ton of awards from what I remember. It had just, it won, I think it swept all of the award shows. But so I watched it at the time and I really just didn't like it at the time. And I thought, you know what? It's been 10 years. I've changed in 10 years. Maybe my opinion of the movie will change with that. So I rewatched it recently and I still don't like it. I have to admit, I don't find the main characters quite as unrelatable or unlikable. The male character, David Sumner, he's like the male lead who is basically the basic plot of the story is that this actress was from a small country town. She moved away, went to Hollywood, became a big like movie actress, and her husband moved back to her hometown because her father has recently died and left the farm basically to her. So the main character, the guy, he actually genuinely tries to make friends with the people, and to find common ground with them. He buys everybody a round of drinks at the bar, and he's trying to get to know them and really be one of the guys, so to speak. But there are just big differences between his worldview and philosophy, you know, just general things that he holds dear that he will never be able to relate to these people with. Like, he's not a big hunter and they want to take him hunting and he's just like not into it. He tries because he wants to fit in, but like really they're just playing with him. They're like, it's not hunting season, so they took him out on purpose knowing that he would get in trouble. It's that kind of thing. And they think of it as like an innocent prank, but he sees it. I mean, he recognizes that it's an innocent prank, but it's also like a slap in his face. Like, here he's been trying, and they're just gonna do that. So him, I didn't find as unlikable. Now the female lead, Kate Bosworth, her name is Amy in the movie. I really just can't stand her, and I'm so sorry. I just I just find her so annoying. She is like wants her husband to be this like macho guy, but he's not going to be one of those like, I'm going to jump into a bar fight kind of guys. And she just finds him like weak, and she's just really kind of mean to him. She bullies him. And then at one point she finds, she runs in in most of the movie, her ex, who was also the football captain back in the day, and she was the head cheerleader back in the day, and they were a couple, and I'm sure they were prom king and queen and all of that. They were together. They run into him, and he's like the typical like macho jock that she wants her husband to be, but she was also fine with who her husband was until they moved to this town. So I find all of that really just kind of pathetic. I mean, it's okay to struggle with your partner and to not always be happy with your partner. That's a normal relationship. But she just does things throughout the movie that just are dumb decisions, in my opinion. And I mean, it's been out for 10 years. I guess I shouldn't really have to like mention spoilers or whatever. But, there's a point in the movie where her ex takes advantage of her in a really kind of violent way. And she's had so many bad decisions up to that point that I found myself really struggling to sympathize with her. Now, that's going to sound terrible. Like, nobody ever should be sexually assaulted. There's no excuse for that. But this character is just so unlikable, honestly, that I just don't care. I get to a point in the movie where I just don't care about her. Now, I probably will get some hate for that, and you can come at me in the comments and we can talk about it. Maybe you can change my mind. I don't know. At the end of the movie, when things really ramp up, they are attacked in their home again. And the character, the husband, David, I forgot already. God. See, this is how much I don't like this movie. I can't keep the characters' names in my head. Yes, so David really like steps up to defend the home. And as he's doing this, as he's defending her and their home and trying to get these people to leave, it turns to violence. They start shooting at him and her. So he, at one point, like takes a nail gun and nail guns a guy's hand to the wall to keep him from coming after them. And even in doing that, she looks down on him. Like he's finally found the violent, person that she wanted him to be. And then she despises him for it. And it's just, I just get so disappointed when I watch the movie. I mean, the rest of it, I have to say, like I said, it's well acted. It's well filmed. There's a lot of scenes that I really liked and appreciated. But there's just so many characters that I found unlikable. And I guess maybe I relate to the country, like they're supposed to be like country bumpkins, I guess. Maybe I relate to them more, and that's why I have such a hard time with it. I mean, I grew up in a somewhat small town, so I understand small town values and the politics of small town. Oh, sorry, my hand's getting tired, so the hammer's starting to shake. I'll try to move it. Did you hear my wrist just crack in 3 places? That was cute. Anyway, so maybe that's how I have such a hard time with it, because I've also lived in a bigger city too, and I get that, and I get the freedom of it. It's wonderful. There's so much more diversity and culture and great things about city life. So I can see both sides of it, and I guess just my experience is more small town, and so I can function really well in that, and I can navigate really well in that. And it's funny to me that her being away from it for so long, coming back to it, she seems to just kind of slide right back into her role, which I feel like I personally could do too if I had to. And just the contempt and resentment she holds against her husband throughout the movie, it's so just unwarranted, in my opinion. And all of this, again, is just my opinion. You don't have to agree with me. And again, I just don't, it's the movie, I get asked all the time, what movie do you dislike? This is one of those movies I really can't stand for so many reasons. So I guess if you made it this long into this commentary, good for you. Thank you for watching. Make sure to tell your friends to watch. I'm doing as much gaming as I can. July should be better. It's a little bit slower for my family. We're going to be hanging around the house. I think we only have one kind of bigger thing where we might take a week off and go do something fun. So I look forward to that. I hope you all are having some fun this summer and getting out safely, of course. If you're not vaccinated, we're pro-vaxxers here, so go get it. Do your part. Fight COVID. Yeah. Anyways, I hope y'all are doing well, and let me know what your, the movie you can't stand is, and we can talk about your movie too. So leave me a comment, make sure to subscribe, tell your friends to subscribe, tap the bell, do all the things, and I will talk to y'all real soon. Bye bye.